Hello, everybody. Welcome to another session on 18 Guiding Principles of PSSM. This is day 7 of the 11-day program that we have on the 18 Guiding Principles of PSSM. We also invite, and we have been speaking to masters the last 6 days. We have soaked in their wisdom. It's been beautiful, and we continue the journey. Today, we will see two more principles of the guiding principles of PSSM. We have, let me share my screen, and you will know what I'm talking about. So we have covered 14 principles. Of the 18 principles, we have covered 14 principles. Yesterday, we did the 13th and the 14th. And today, we'll do the 15th and the 16th principle. The 15th principle, it says, overcome personal problems using your own meditational strength. What are the problems we usually face? We face health issues, relationship issues, finance issues, career issues. These are the few problems we face. And all these problems can be overcome using our meditational strength and the wisdom that we gain. And while I was thinking about this particular principle, I will stop sharing the screen for a minute because I will show you something. This book. Can everybody see this book? No? There is, I hope everybody can see this book.
I think
Uh,
your digital
um,
background is covering the book a little.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, never mind. The name of the book is There is a Spiritual Solution to Every Problem. This book is written by Wayne Dyer. Let me show this. This book is written by Wayne Dyer, and he tells us in this book how every problem you have a spiritual solution to every problem. This book is so good, and I will read a couple of sentences from this book. This book, he says, when confronted with a problem, be it ill health, financial worries, or relationship difficulties, we often depend on intellect to solve it. But in this inspiring book, Dyer shows us that there is an omnipotent spiritual force at our fingertips that contains the solution to all our problems. He understood this as well. And and he actually he draws the wisdom of Patanjali, a yogi mystic, and focuses on the legacy of Saint Francis as well. So he tells us how every problem there is a spiritual solution. The problem has come to you for a reason, and the solution is in spirituality. So what he says is all these issues that we face, whether it is health issues, physical issues, or issues, all that is because we are vibrating at a very low level. So, what happens? Like he says, everything vibrates, everything moves. Faster vibrations, you're closer to your spirit. Lower your vibrations, you're closer to your problems. So, when you want, you can choose, you can negotiate the presence of factors in your life to increase the frequency of your vibration. What he says is on two spectrums. Here you're closer to your spirit. On the other side, you're closer to your problems. You vibrate at a higher level and be closer to your spirit. And how do we do that? How do we increase our vibrations? He says, getting to a state of emptiness means ridding ourselves of all blame and angry thoughts about what has happened in the past. Empty means just that. Empty yourself, empty. There is no room for hanging on to who did what and when and were they wrong. Simply let it go because it is a component of your agenda. This is so profound. Whatever issues that we are facing is a component of your own agenda. That means we have planned it. All the challenges, we have planned it. It's a component of your own agenda. Let it go. When you empty your mind of your ego driven thoughts, we invite forgiveness into our hearts. And by letting go of the lower energies of hatred and shame and revenge, we create a mindset of problem resolution. So, how do we resolve the personal problems using our meditational strength? One, letting it go. Let everything go because you have planned it. Now you have to work on it. You planned it because you have to work on it. So, work on it. And once we start doing that, we invite forgiveness into our hearts. We let go of hatred, shame, revenge, jealousy, anger, hatred, everything. We let go of everything. Once you let go, then we create a mindset where we can resolve our problems. How does all this happen? It happens when we meditate, gain the cosmic energy, vibrate at a higher level, and gain the wisdom to have a mindset where you can resolve your problems. So when Patriji says overcome your personal problems using your own meditational strength, that's what he means. Meditate, get the strength, get the wisdom, operate at a higher frequency, be closer to your spirit, not your problems. You created those problems, you have planned those problems, but you can resolve those problems, you can learn from those problems, you can take lessons from those problems only by being closer to the spirit, not to your problems. This is a very good book. There is a spiritual solution to every problem. Written by Wayne Dyer. I love this book. It's beautiful. And the next, the 16th principle, he says, enjoy normal family lives. No sannyasa, no renunciation. What he means is the middle path. What is the middle path? And if we follow Anapanasati meditation, we follow Buddha. Buddha, at it, Buddha, he tried the two extremes. He was not able to become enlightened. He was living in the kingdom with all the bhoga, with all, enjoying every luxury there. You cannot awaken there. He renounced everything and he came to the other extreme. He literally renounced everything, but was he able to get the enlightenment? No. He struggled there as well. And he gave up food. He literally gave up food. And I've seen pictures where in his 80s or something, he had given up food and he looked so weak. At one point, if somebody touches his stomach, they could feel his spine as well. That's how weak he had gone. Because Buddha thought by extreme renunciation, by extremely giving up everything, I should be able to get enlightenment, but he did not. Somebody tried to offer him kheer. I got this story from the net, and somebody tried to offer him kheer. He said no. So that person said, think about it. Any string of an instrument, if it is too tight, you can't use the instrument. If it is too loose, you cannot play the instrument. You need the middle path. That's when he accepted the kheer made of milk. And then, once he sat below the Bodhi tree, that's when he got his enlightenment. That's when he said, middle path. Extreme, extreme renunciation and extreme indulgence is not the path. Renunciation or sannyasa? No, the middle path. Now coming to the what is the middle path? Like, okay, we understood the extremes, we cannot get enlightenment there. What is the middle path? Middle path is where you are with everybody else. You're following your material goals. You're following what you need to do. You do what you need to do. But At the same time, you're very conscious of everything. You're aware. What happens in the middle path also is that it is possible to get a little indulged. A little, even in the middle path, it is possible. You get a little indulged. Or you become very focused, goal oriented, or you become very lazy, either very rajasic or very tamasic. But the middle of that is the sattvic way of living. Even in the middle path, you can be very rajasic or very tamasic. We have to pick the sattvic way of living. That is the middle path. And how do we live that? By being very aware and conscious of what we are doing, being aware every minute. We eat mindfully, we work very honestly, we work mindfully, we meditate deeply, and we pause, we go slow, we pause, we meditate. That's how we take life. Easily, take it easy, breathe, pause, breathe, eat sattvic food, meditate deeply. Don't stop the flow of life that is happening. Go with the flow of life. Don't resist anything, but if you resist anything, it's going to only persist. But don't resist the flow of life. Let it flow through you. This is the way we can lead a middle path, very conscious way of living. And this is exactly what Patriji meant. No sannyasa, no renunciation. You're not going to get any liberation there. Buddha tried it. It is the middle path. That is why I always used to wonder. It is so easy. Just leave everything. Go to the Himalayas, and you stay in the Himalayas. It's easier, right? Nobody to trigger you. Nobody to push your buttons. It is easier there. How is it easier in the middle path? Buddha tried this. It was not possible. So the triggers that we get, the challenges that we get, is what is letting us ascend faster. Probably they'll have to meditate like 100 years there to ascend what we ascend in 2 days, because they do not have the triggers that we have. They do not have the challenges that we face, and they do not have the choices. They do not have the time to make any choices that we have to do. So I feel, even I had this question, how middle path? That is more easier, right? But now after I deep dived into it, yeah, it's easier in the middle path. Why? Because of the triggers that we have, because we have so many people to push the buttons, even if we don't. But um, as the challenges come, as the problems come, that's how we know, oh, these are the lessons. Oh, okay, these are the lessons we need to learn. How do we learn? We through the meditational strength and through the wisdom that we have gained through books and through meeting the masters. Through all this, we resolve our issues and then we ascend. For me, the principle 15 and 16 both are like they go together. Be in the middle path, resolve all your own issues. You don't need anybody else. You don't need doctor. You don't need a guru. You can resolve all your issues. The first and foremost for that is bring in all the forgiveness and all the love into your heart, unconditional love, forgiveness, everything into your heart. You'll be able to resolve everything. This is what I personally feel, that both the principle 15 and 16 are interrelated. It says, solve your own personal problems, be it health, family issues, relationship issues, career issues, financial issues, any issues, resolve it yourself through meditation. Be in the middle path. Even in the middle path, don't indulge too much. Don't be too lazy. Be very conscious of what you're doing. Be aware, breathe, meditate deeply, and enjoy family life. Enjoy the normal family life. This is all I have, Masters. I'll stop sharing and I'm ready to take questions if you have any. Any questions, Masters? Okay. Since we do not have any questions, let me go ahead and introduce our master for the day, Santhosh Kasagani. He is an IT professional living in Atlanta. He started meditating at the age of 17 and he had all meditator friends and he cultivated all spiritual friendships. He strongly believes in conscious living. He shares his wisdom at spiritual workshops conducted in India as well as in United States on topics which include lucid dreaming, productive meditation, and astral travel. He is an active contributor for all the activities in PSSM USA. Thank you so much, Santosh, and welcome to our session. And um, I'll hand it over to you. I don't want to take too much of your time. I want to only hear you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the introduction, Rupaji, and wonderful explaining on those two principles. Each point, can be a great subject. We can talk enormously on each point of these 18 guiding principles. And you explained very well. Thank you for that. Mm. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining the session today. And thank you for allowing me to talk in this session. So I can start by giving you how I met Patriji. Probably I can go from there and how I met him and what I understood from him, and then my experiences with him, and then we can meditate a little, connecting with his consciousness. So I think it was when I was 17 or 18 years of age, I met Patriji. I'll be very honest. Before previous before this PSSM meeting with PSSM or starting my meditation, I met different other gurus. But anytime that I meet a guru or a yogi or someone, it's all about materialistic things, right? So I want this, I want that. What will be for me at the age of 15 or 16 or 17? Usually those years, it's all about education, right? I'm not doing well, I want to do well. I want something for me. I'm not getting it. All those things. I'm in stress of getting my MSET, or have to do my 10th examination well. All these materialistic questions. What do I do now? Do I chant 108 times of any name or any mantra that you can give me? I'll do that. If do I have to do any crack any coconuts or 108 coconuts, will I do good? Okay, I'll do that. That's fine. All these were the requests that I was giving, or requesting the great holy persons that I was meeting before. I thought, Patriji is also from the same category. I started, attending his sessions. I know in India, right? Usually, when Patriji was, was there, right? Too many people. You don't get one-on-one sessions, or you don't get to have a free time just to give out all your requests. Patriji, I want this. Patriji, I want that. But as I started observing him, I understood this is not the school for materialistic gains. So I slowly understood, once I attending his sessions and meditating in his presence. When you try to attain the highest thing which can be attained, which can be touched, you don't have to attain anything else. Once you reach that point, all your materialistic gains, materialistic things will be satisfied. Then I understood, okay, we should reach for something very highest. So which is right, which is realizing yourself, which is the enlightenment that you want to do, that you want to get, right? So that's when I started understanding, okay, more than the materialistic gains, then you touch something very high, and then all the below things will be yours. So then I understood happiness, the importance of happiness. And you explained the conscious living, right? The conscious living aspect, Rupaji, right? I want to touch that point here. The main aspect that I understood from Patriji's teaching was, uh, so if you can be happy every moment of the time, if you are in that zone, happiness zone, you call happiness quotient, right? If your happiness quotient is always high, any problem that you may get, in future, or your current problem will not bother you anymore. So for example, let's say you're very happy, you're full, your belly is very full. Will you be hungry for anything else? No, because you're always full, you're always content, you're always happy. Even though there are some issues that you're not, you don't, it doesn't bother you the same way. Let's say you have a jaggery, a small a thick jaggery piece, and you have jalebi. You always aim for jalebi. That means you know the all the things that are below, it's all satisfied. The same way, when you are happy every moment of your life, that any issues that comes will not bother you. How to be happy every moment of your life is maintaining your vibrational state. That's what I understood. Maintaining your high vibrational state. You have to meditate, you have to have your consistent practice to attain that. To get that stage, you have to consistently meditate or have intense sadhana, or at least regular sadhana to start with. When you have regular sadhana, what happens? You're refilling yourself, and you're always maintaining that happiness quotient. And remember this, anytime anytime in your life, right, you can assess it yourself. If you are feeling low because of any issue, it may be a financial issue, relationship issue from relationship, or anything, any struggle that you're facing from your work, you can see, you might feel it, especially when you, if you are experienced with meditation, by the way. If you stop meditation for a few days, 1 or 2 days, and you feel like they're really troubling you, but when you're meditating continuously, they don't trouble you anymore, because you're always in happy chit ananda state, the ananda state, chit sat ananda, right? if if sadananda means you're always in happiness, when you're in that always in happiness quotient, it, nothing will affect you. That's what I understood from Patriji. Maintaining the vibrational state. And for your point, right, consciousness, your consciousness living, for me the consciousness living is, I know there are many definitions right now, when if we are talking about consciousness living in this present scenario, in Western culture, right? Consciousness living, conscious living is always about eating vegan food, or not using too much of plastic. I know that is very good for the nature, and it's all good. But for me, after practicing meditation, being in the PSSM society, following these 18 principles, right? Every action that you do consciously is conscious living. It's not just about one act. We think we are not using plastic bags, and we are using gunny bags right now. We are saving the planet. Yes, you are doing your part, but just one act is not enough. Every act that you do consciously, every decision that you take consciously, that is what is conscious living. But remember this, are we really, without meditation, can we do that? Conscious decisions? No, only with meditation it can happen. Only with meditation, every act that we do, we can take a conscious decision. That is what we call conscious living. So it's not just how you sit, how you breathe normally and relaxed, how you conduct yourself, how you talk to your friend, your neighbor, how you at least sit calmly, how you talk, how you walk, how you conduct yourself, how you talk to your boss, how you talk to your junior. Everything matters. All these conscious actions, one by one, one by one, they stack together to give you a conscious living. It's a journey, it's a practice. So when we consciously practice, it happens, and it's related to this happiness quotient as well. So whenever let's say you have a toxic environment in your workspace, right, and then someone that you're not comfortable with is walking towards you, and your heart rate goes up, or you feel very discomfort, right? This is when the spike of your emotional state is going in spikes. It's not in flat, it's not even in smooth running, right? So that's when the meditation helps you. When you meditate more and more, your breath becomes calmer and calmer. Any situation you'll be able to handle. So you're right now, you're living in a conscious, you're having a conscious choice there. When you're having the discomfort, it's very quite normal. Even though you are meditated for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, doesn't matter. You will find, you might find discomfort situations. That is that is the journey. That is the learning that you get from. If you're not getting any discomfort situations, if we are all happy all the time, there is no learning. The reason that we take birth on this planet is to get this type of learning. Any sort of, we have to find all, face all the discomforts, go through all the struggles to find our learning. So how do you learn? Even though you face through, you go through all these discomforts, all these unease situations, you meditate and you remain calm and, compose, you maintain your composure, and you still have your happiness quotient up. And now take these points and now look at Patriji's life. He maintained all these. He was a living example at the time, right? He lived these points, right? So you see Patriji anytime. If you have experiences with Patriji in US, since we are all from here, anytime any program, when we conduct any programs, right, something is happening like this, happening like that, we people who host these programs, because they get tense, because they take care of all the managing stuff, right, getting from getting food to getting to the location where the program is being hosted, and taking the masters and coordinating everything, because they're in a lot of stress, and things may go here and there. And when you go tell Patriji, and he simply says, it's okay, things will happen. If it doesn't happen, that is fine. And they say, sometimes people used to say, sir, we are not expecting too many people, because there are some new states. So at that time it was pretty new for PSSM, and a lot of masters tried to host Patriji, and they used to go, they went to sir and said, sir, I know you came from California, you came from Atlanta, you came from different big places where you expected a lot of people. I don't think we'll get those many people, only 5 to 10 people, because it's a relative union. He is very happy at that time. He was very happy because, I'm very happy. Now I can talk more freely. Too many people, too many restrictions. Now 10 people, that's fine. I'll ask them to come sit close to me. I can tell them very good stories what happened. He was very happy. So whenever he used to get big classes, big, a lot of people, 50 people, 100 people in big gatherings also, he was very happy. Very less people also, he was very happy. So he always stayed in that high happiness quotient all the time, during the class, before the class, after the class, while cooking for everybody. So Patriji lived all those conscious living points. That's what happened. And so I know he doesn't say, he used to say, I'm not a mystic, I don't have anything, I don't do anything at all, I'm just a messenger. If you remember, Patriji used to say, I don't have anything to do with you, Baba. I'm a messenger. I just post. It's like a postman, right? I just give you information. You can do whatever you want. But he's a great mystic, because that's what my experience were with him, physically and in astral world as well. My first amazing experience was how I started being a vegetarian. Right, initial years, right, first two couple of years, my parents initially started meditating, and then they pushed me into this, and unwillingly I just gave it a try, and I really liked this meditation. Then I stuck to it, right, all these few years. So during those years, I was, first couple of years, I was very adamant, right, okay, I'll do meditate, but I'll eat meat. What's the point in it? If you want me to meditate and feel the peace of it, I'll do it. But why do I have to be a vegetarian for being meditator? I said no. I'll eat. But my mom and my aunt, they stopped cooking. Right? They stopped eating. They stopped cooking also, and they said. So I said, for their happiness, I said, yeah, I'm also a vegetarian now. Don't worry. But I used to go out with my friends and then I eat. Right? To be honest. So at one point, on Vinayak Chauthi as well, the day before, the night before Vinayak Chaturthi, that was the time Ramzan was also happening in Hyderabad. I think Hyderabad everywhere, right? So I was getting all the leaves and all the puja material and small idol for puja and everything, and for Vinayak Chaturthi for home. So I was holding Ganesh idol in one hand, Halim in one hand, eating there. So I was I was like that. I will meditate for sure, but why would I stop eating meat, right? And after few months, I guess, I went to a congregation. There is a gathering. I think there were like 150, 200 people in Himayat Nagar in Hyderabad. Patriji was there teaching meditation. I went with my aunt and I was sitting. Suddenly something happened, right? He said only one line. I mean, couple of lines, I guess. If you are doing something not right, that is wrong, right? But if you don't know, let's say first you don't know, you have done that, or you are still doing it, you are an idiot. In Telugu, vedava, nu oka vedavi. He said you are an idiot. Okay, if you know that is wrong but you're still doing it, you are a bigger idiot, which means you are, in Telugu, pedda vedavi. He said that, and somehow it worked like a magic in my mind. I know eating meat is wrong theoretically, right? I know eating meat is wrong because you're doing a bad karma. You're a part of the whole process of killing, selling, eating, cooking. The whole process is there. I involved in eating there. Then I'm still doing it. Then I'm a bigger idiot. I'm a bigger fool. Like he said, pedda vedava in Telugu, right? Then suddenly something happened within me. I stopped eating. I didn't get any cravings at all afterwards. Not even egg, not even any meat, any egg, nothing. I just stopped. So let him say, I was like, okay, let him say anything he wants. He's not, but he's a mystic. Let me tell you, he worked in different levels. He worked in different layers. He worked in different levels. That's how I understood Patriji to start with, when it happened. And so and you all know, right? In India, you get very big crowds when you are meeting Patriji, and so you don't get chance to meet Patriji one on one. Usually, you're not we don't used to get it. But in US, when he used to visit, right, we are very fortunate, having Patriji in USA at the time. Having that connection, one on one connection. Spent very good amount of time with him when I was in California and then later in Atlanta. So I was his roommate at nights. We used to talk very unofficially, not very informal things, right? So he used to talk about his guru and how his guru meditated for 200, 300 years at a stretch. All those small, I mean, for him those are very small things, but for me it was like very shocking, because you read about those yogis in only scriptures, but he used to tell about his guru like anything, and those were very favorite time of mine. Those were and At that time, initially, right, I didn't have a job after my finishing my masters. So I used to pester him a lot. But sir, give me a job, give me. He is like, why are you asking me a job? You got to study, you have to apply for a job. No, I'm doing everything, but give me a job. I was like pestering him all the time, not openly. When I get a chance with him one on one, I used to start pestering. I started pestering him, sir, sir, look at me. For how would I do that, man? I can't do that. And why are you here still? You should go to India. If you don't have a job, just go to India. Why are you here? Sir, it's no, I just finished my masters. I have a master's loan in India. I have to pay off. No, then why are you? No, don't beg me anything, he said. Still I used to pester him. And then at one point we were just sleeping in one room. I was sleeping on the floor, he was sleeping on the bed, and he was talking something, and now he said, ask me anything. Again I started asking. uh, sir, he just revealed my past life like that. What he said, simply, in your one of your previous lives, you're a big one famous king, very wealthy king. You had a lot of money at that time, but you had money at the time, now you are asking for money, more money now. What can I do? Just go away, he said. Sir, I told him, no, that it is in that, it is in that lifetime. I cannot access that money in this lifetime. I was like arguing a little as well at that time. So those were very memorable times with him. But after, at the end of the trip, I remember clearly, we were sending him to Indianapolis. I think the whole trip from Texas to Atlanta, everything was almost, no, California, Texas, everything was almost done, and we were about to send him to Indianapolis. After that Indianapolis, he went to India. So we don't. So that was the last stop in US. So before he was almost about to go to the security check, he called me and he said, "Okay, once you get a job, don't delay, just go and join." He said. I didn't ask for anything, he just said that and he left me. I was about to ask questions, but he didn't answer any. No, no, join, once you get a job, don't delay, just join, he said. Then I understood, okay, now I'm going to get a job. So these were very I know these memories seems very silly, right? But for me, it felt like I felt like I'm not talking to any guru. I felt like I was talking to a friend. So these are the physical experiences with him. But I got few astral experience as well, but I tried to validate with him many times, but he said, no, I'm not there. Every time, not just me, I think you can relate to, if you had any experience, if you if you tried to validate with him when he was there, he would have said the, I think, same thing, right? He never validated any experience with him. No, I was not there. No, I'm not, I didn't do anything at all. You did it yourself. That's what he used to say. So that's I think that is the way of mystics, right? That is the way of mystics. And that's what pulled me more towards my guru, to understand him more and more. And very important point that you mentioned as well in your points, right? No sannyas, or lead very normal lives. So when I was little, right, watching movies in TV, uh, all Pauranika movies, or old mythological movies, or Mahabharata and all that, Ramayana, Mahabharata, all these movies in Telugu movies, I used to watch a lot. I still watch them a lot. I like them. So all these movies, some yogi sits in meditation with all this tied on the top of his head in one single lion cloths, sitting in under a tree for years and years, and just ask, some god comes in and he asks for a boon and he gets it, right? So that inspired me a lot. And for so long I thought maybe having a different costume, different attire altogether will that different that gives me more seriousness. Having some jewelry, having some costume, or some segregation gives me more seriousness. But once I met this man Patriji, everything wiped off. All those notions of being something special, or wearing something special, will not give you anything serious. I mean, will not give you anything extra. Only your sadhana own, it doesn't matter. Because I think in PMC, right, Telugu, how many of you followed Sivana Yogulu, an episode on Sivana Yogulu, right? Okay. So I know why he put this point. I understood why he put this point of not having any special attire or anything. You don't have to showcase yourself. Because there is a sect of people, spiritual sect, by the way, they are called Sivana Yogalu in Himalayas. I really like that episode. You can still search in PMC Telugu, you'll have it. I don't know if you PMC English or any other languages have it, by the way. So the Sivana Yogalu in Himalayas, they are known for their being very hidden. They don't show themselves, they don't tell others, that they don't show others they're spiritual. So if you go to Himalayas, you don't even know they are from Shivana. They are Shivana yogis, which means there's someone, you will see someone working in some coffee shop or tea shop, someone working in being a mechanical, and they're a yogi. Because the clear instruction for them is to not to have any special attire or having any jewelry or anything. So so being with nature, being with common people, and being them, and being in relationship, being in your all being with everybody, and you're still being spiritual, you're still being untouched by any other struggles. That is the main principle of Shivana Yogulu. Then after watching that episode, I understood why Patriji has included this point of not having any you don't have to go extreme levels and take sannyas or having any special attire or doing anything, because once once you are with everybody, you understand them, you are in them, you're married and you have your own struggles, you are in your financial hardships, you are with everybody, you have your relationship, you have your struggles with relationships as well. Now you have a learning to be how to be untouched by all these struggles, even though you get all these uneasy situations, like I said before, you're still untouched by these. That's why Patriji said, you don't have to be a sannyas to be spiritual. You don't have to wear any orange clothes or lion clothes or vibhuti or rudraksha. If you have some special interest to it, that's fine, but you don't separate yourself, showcase yourself by wearing these and say, I'm not going to live in the society. You don't have to say that. You can still live in the society, and you can still go to your work, you can still be with your relationship, you can still talk to your neighbors, you can still talk to your relationships, relatives, and still be a normal person and be a spiritual person. Only then you will take your learning. So Patriji used to say small thing, right? So lot of yogis are taking rebirths now on this planet, and they're joining PSSM very quickly, because um, so in their previous lives they're very advanced yogis, but they used to sit in a cave, not having any contact with outside world, and just meditating continuously. When they're sitting there, they didn't have experiences with human relationships, and they didn't go through any struggle of samsara. They were just sitting in the cave and meditating. Of course, they were doing their astral work, that is also very important, but the experience they were missing is being spiritual and also going through the samsara, or the responsibilities of samsara, right? So that is the perfect mixture to reach a pinnacle stage in spirituality. That's what he said. So that is the reason Patriji also added this line of, you don't have to go to the extremes of being a sannyas and separating yourself, and not having contact. You don't have to do that. So that is also one more thing I really liked. And if you so if you see my workshops or any classes, I encourage people to do usually a lot of spiritual experiments, right? The reason behind it is Patriji, actually. He always used to say, read books from all the masters and experiment them. Experiment what happens. If you see a book on telepathy, experiment on telepathy. If you see a book on astral travel, Lobsang Rampa's book is there. It gives a clear, very good technique on astral travel. If you see any technique on astral travel, just try to do it. If you see any other technique that you want to try it out. Be a spiritual scientist is the biggest, that line that gave by Patriji is the biggest influence on me. So I would suggest, please take this line with you today, and have that influence on you. Anything that you read or hear from any master, you try it before discarding. Let's say you heard from any master that, okay, meditate for 40 days and see what happens. So try it out first, you don't discard it. If you can do it for 20 minutes, that's enough. Do it for 20 minutes for 40 days. If you can do it for just 30 minutes for 40 days, just do it for 30 minutes for 40 days. You can increase the time more and more. Experiment it and see what happens. If something happened to him or her, why wouldn't happen to you? Because he used to say a great formula, right? When you're doing an experiment, you put right ingredients, right temperature, right pressure, and you get the end product, end result of it. If the other person is also doing the same experiment, if the other person didn't get the same result, then there is something wrong with the experiment. He or she didn't supply the right requirements for the experiment. Actually, this small analogy really I had a really good impact, major impact on my sadhana, because after first year of my meditation, I was doing my meditation, but I was not getting that progress in it. Then I I had a stopping point, like started having thoughts. Why am I doing this meditation? I'm trying to do my meditation, but uh, when there is a small gathering, out of 30 people, 15 to 20 people, they're saying, in 30 minutes of meditation I was able to get 2 hours of experiences. I didn't get anything. I'm getting headache. I was like okay, when can I open my eyes and see the world? I was getting that kind of feeling, but still I'm trying to sit, because I at that by that time I got like 2 to 3 times of good meditation, so I wanted to again reach that point of having good meditation, so I was trying it, but I was not able to get that point. So I had that kind of natural stopping point. I was getting all these thoughts, why am I doing meditation and all. Then I attended Patriji's gathering once again, and he gave this analogy. Then I understood, maybe then I'm missing an ingredient in this whole experiment. And then okay, let me see. He said, for meditation, ingredients are your sincerity, your sincerity, and a little faith and consistency. Your sincerity should be there, a little faith should be there. Are you being consistent? All these ingredients has to be there. If you're sitting for some time, this time you, and he said few minutes, some other things, like you're not supposed to open your eyes until your meditation is done, whatever may happen, don't think all these things. So I wrote it down and I was checking. But one thing I was lacking was, I was expecting something in my meditation, because I heard too many experiences from my gatherings, and I was like, okay, now in my meditation, okay, somebody said last time, somebody said they had astral travel experience, or somebody said third eye experience, somebody said they were like floating in air. Okay, now I might get some of those, maybe one experience or something. Let me see what happens. I was expecting some experience in my meditation. I felt like, what if I drop this expectation? What if I drop this expectation and just simply sit in meditation for a few days continuously without any expectation? I have just 2 jobs: completely relax and observe your natural breath. I'll do that without having any expectation. Miraculously, after 2 to 3 days, I started having wonderful meditation. That's my big breakthrough in my sadhana. Then I understood, if you stop chasing, things will start reaching you. Once you stop chasing all these your desires, it may be physical desire, materialistic desire, or spiritual desire as well. You stop chasing. That is the paradox. If you want it, you have to stop chasing it. If you want it, you have to stop wanting it. That's what I understood in my meditation. So all these small analogies, all these small lines, all these small stories, that really impacted me whenever I used to attend his sessions in India and then US. Um, uh, Initially I was very afraid of him, because I heard the stories of, he hits people when they're talking nonsense. So when he visited Atlanta, right? So no, I think it was in California, I guess. So that was my first time, spending good amount of time with him. So I was not talking anything. I was just holding his bag, flute bag, right? So I was just holding his bag, following him. I was not talking anything. If he speaks something, I'm just speaking. Okay, yes, sir. Okay, I'll get it for you. That's it. And after a couple of days, 2 to 3 days, he observed. After a good dinner, he cooked for everybody, and we were sitting in the hall, and I was just standing far away, not even close to him, because I don't want to be in close proximity, his hand proximity. So he can slap me, right? He would slap me, right? So I'm not even close to his hand proximity. I was just standing far away. And then he suddenly said, nobody should talk unscientifically. He mentioned this very profoundly for everybody, because when you say how are you to anybody, when you say how are you, which means you're not there is something wrong with you to start with. Then you check, am I really not that fine because he is asking me how are you? So he doesn't encourage people asking how are you. You should never ask anybody how are you. How is it going, he used to ask. Ela nadustundi, which means how is it going, what's going on with you in your life. Is fine. But how are you is a wrong sentence, he said. That is unscientific, because that person is really well and doing good, and you are asking how are you. He's not on hospital. Then if so, anybody that used to ask him how are you, he would used to slap. At least people, he with people who knows him very well or something like that. For new people, little concession, little discount, not that much. But for people very close to him, because they already knew him, but they're still talking scientific, right? He never spared them, he always corrected them. That's what he said. He mentioned that my job on this earth is to doing corrections, correcting the books, correcting the behavior, unscientific behaviors. What is unscientific behavior? If you know something is not right, you still do it. What is something not right? Killing animals, eating animals, which is not right, which is unscientific. That is wrong, but you will still do it. So I am here to correct it by teaching meditation, teaching vegetarianism. You're not supposed to talk rude. You're not supposed to talk when somebody is talking. You're not supposed to overlap with them. That is rude, that is not right. You're not supposed to shake your leg. You have your leg on top of it. You sit style and you shake your leg in front of somebody. It's very rude. You're not supposed to do it. You're not supposed to cut vegetables very small, only big. Unscientific things, he said. He mentioned his main job on this earth is for doing corrections. It may be correcting books, correcting people from their behaviors, everything. So in that group, right, again my story, he suddenly said, I'm here for corrections, I'm here for correcting books. It may be people, it may be unscientific speech. You see that boy standing there, he's very afraid of me right now. He knows that I'm going to slap him if he talks something nonsense or unscientific. That's why he's standing there, right? He said, you can talk, that's fine. He looked at me. He knows that I'm going to slap him someday. Will happen if so that's why he's being very careful. So you also take notice, okay? If you can talk scientifically, right speech, if you can do a right speech, then talk, or else you have to shut up. That's all. There is no option. That's what he called it as walk shuddhi. Walk shuddhi. The cleansing of your speech, or we call it golden speech. When you have your talk or speech cleansed, you become golden. Your speech becomes golden speech. That's what he called it as walk shuddhi. And there are many stories that I can go. Even there, it looks like very small stories, the very small occurrences or experiences that I had with them, but each thing that has a major revelation behind that each story. I learned a lot from him. And after that, by the way, after that incidents, he punched me 2 to 3 times just by even standing there only. I was just standing at some place and he was just punching me and going away. He was like very good friend when I had those interactions. Even when we were sleeping at night as well, he used to tell very good stories about, like I said, right, his guru, and how the world is going to change, how the world leaders are going to meditate soon. He predicted, right, soon the world is going to meditate. For that to happen, the world leaders are going to they're going to start meditating, so the world will follow them. So that's how the change will occur. That's what he predicted when he was talking to me. The whole US will meditate. That's what he said. Because the higher level, the leadership, once the leadership meditates, slowly the people that follows, right, they will also start meditating. And they were like, when I hear them, it's like, you know he doesn't speak all these things when there is a big group. When there is a small cute group, he used to say all these things, what it's going to happen like this, happen like that. So we used to love these conversations. So yeah, these are a few of my experiences with Patriji. And we used to talk about spirit game and all that. I don't want to go there. So all his, how he used to be when when he started his meditation, and all that. There are many experiences I can go, but yeah, these are few for now. So yeah, I know this is not a spiritual discussion, but these are my most experiences that I wanted to share today, because I know his birthday is coming. And one more point, last point I want to give before we go into meditation. Very important point. Teachings are more important than a teacher. After all this talking about Patriji, it can be any teacher. Teachings are more important than a teacher, because the teacher lives on through his teachings. Physical body can leave, because physical body is limited at any point, but the teachings goes on. Let me tell you, I think Patriji, the consciousness, right, super consciousness, you can call it primordial consciousness, super consciousness, we call it Moola Chaitanyam in Telugu, whatever you can call it, right? For any higher transformations that needs to be done on Earth planet to raise its vibration level, to go to higher dimensions, right? So it chooses people to act through the that consciousness is acting through us as well, but they act through some great masters to get these transformations on Earth. I think Patriji is one of that great entity or great being. He was, when he was there, all that super consciousness was acting through him and doing all this work. So when you follow his teachings, you can let that super consciousness flow through you. That's what I feel like. If you can follow his teachings and take his work forward, that super consciousness will flow through as well. You can actually recognize this if you sit in meditation and or teach meditation, by the way. Mostly when you're trying to do the activities of spreading meditation, or hosting, if you're trying to help in any hosting of meditation, you'll be able to observe this flow. It's not theoretical, my dear friends. You can actually experiment this. You can involve in any of the activities of in spreading meditation. You can actually feel it. So that's why I want to at this point, teachings are way more important than teacher, because the teacher lives on through his teaching, his or her teachings. So I think that's all from my end, my experience. These are few experiences and learnings that I got from Patriji. Any questions? I know this is not a concept, but these are my experiences. But if anybody wants to comment, or if you have any question, that is fine. We can go to meditation.
Santhosh, this is a session about reflections of Patriji's life.
Right.
So you're spot on.
Oh.
Yeah, beautiful experience. And I have a question. That Shivana Yogulu,
yes.
Like in Himalayas, like they are married people.
Yes.
They're married,
The
and
main
where they are
is,
staying.
you don't know. You can't find them. That is
Where
the
are they? In Himalayas?
in Himalayas region. Their main base is Himalayan regions. You can actually go to the PMC, and there was a small episode done on Shivana Yogulu. So their main objective is to be in the middle path, whatever Patriji is teaching, right? So Patriji has included, he had included this tradition of Himalayan tradition of this is very advanced yogis, by the way, Shivana Yogulu. They're not a small sect, they're very advanced yogis. there's being in that samsara, and also in meditation is their main motto, being in that middle path.
Actually, you have given so much good wisdom, and it is so surprising that whatever principles I cover, right,
Right.
masters actually um, say more, so much adding to that principles. Yesterday also, yesterday and day before yesterday also, something that I had covered and masters unknowingly covered that. It's so beautiful. Yeah, yeah, and as you said, if the happiness quotient is always there, like you cannot, life is life. All the challenges, the problems will come. You have a spiritual solution for it, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful.
and you can easily observe it when you feel, whenever, if you are feeling low, that means you are not doing meditation for the last few days, or the practice has gone down a little. We can easily notice that. That's what I see in my life as well. I, if I'm busy for a few days doing something, and if busy with something else, uh, and I don't feel sad or anything. There is some dip, some, because you observe every breath of yours, and you feel like there is, once you start doing the sadhana of being conscious of every moment, you feel like there is a dip, small dip in your emotion. You're not high all the time, which means your practice has gone down a little. So we always have to maintain that high vibration. The happiness quotient will be always high.
Yeah. But sometimes I have also seen that, like, no, I have meditated today, but
Mhm.
somewhere in the middle of the day, those curves
And you
come.
have to do more meditation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So in meditation, what happens? You reach a point of happiness, right? You reach a point of happiness. That happiness is your honey, right? That is the nectar. The nectar will be the nectar will be with you. You maintain that vibration. See, any vibration, what happens? There are external influences. The vibration obviously slowly it comes down. Then you meditate again. So the vibration, you're keeping your frequency always high. You maintain. So a lot of spiritual yogis, they say it takes a tremendous sadhana to reach a point. You don't have to meditate anytime. You don't have to meditate. Until then, you have to continuously meditate every day to have your high vibration frequency up and up and up. So that's what Adi Shankaracharya also used to say. So you have to reach a point where you don't have to you look back. You'll reach that point. So until then, it's a journey. You have to meditate continuously and keep your vibrational frequency up and up.
Yeah. You have to maintain that stability.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It's all about practice, keeping your vibrational frequency up. More and more practice will keep your happiness quotient up.
Yeah. Wow. Masters, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm enjoying this. And listening about Patriji, every master has, but how the 45 minutes went almost close to an hour, how it went, I just didn't even realize. We can keep hearing, and of course, you have so much to share still, I think. Yeah, you just cut short.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure,
Thank you.
sure. Yeah, we can
And
meditate, right? We can meditate for 20 minutes or something. Or is it,
yeah,
what
yeah,
time
will
do
you,
we end?
10:30.
10:30. Okay, I think we have 20 more minutes, I guess.
Yeah. Will you share the music?
Can you share the music? I mean, I can. I have to look for something which is not copy infringement or something like that, right?
The
Do
thing
you have
is, even
something with you?
no,
Yeah, I can share. Yeah.
Yes, please. Yeah, thank you.
thank you, Lakshmi.
Let me know the volume. Is it okay or should I increase?
It's good. It's good.
It's good. It's good, Lakshmi. Thank you.
Last 1 minute, my dear friends. Last 1 minute. And last 10 seconds. Okay, my dear friends, please place your palms on your eyes. Come back slowly and keep your palms on your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now you can slowly open your eyes. Welcome back, everybody.
It was such a beautiful meditation.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Thank you, Santhosh.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Anjali.
Friday, happy Friday. I love to listen your wisdom all the time.
Thank you. Thank you.
These sessions are coming up very beautifully. Like, every session is, oh wow, oh wow.
Yes.
It's like I feel like to listen one more time in the morning. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Anjali.
I felt like, oh, Santosh stopped. I want to hear some more time. I felt like that.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody
Thank you,
else wants to
Santhosh.
share? Okay, go ahead, please.
No, thank you to you too. Like, you are making those 18 principles to print in a subconsciously, bringing different examples. You are presenting in a beautiful manner. Thank you so much. I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you, Anjali. Anybody else wants to share their experience or has any questions?
Yeah, thank you, Santosh. It was beautiful sharing Patriji's experiences. Every day we are living Patriji's, like we are actually experiencing Patriji's teachings, subtle teachings through all your experiences. So
Thank.
wonderful.
Thank.
Happiness quotient is something, right?
Yes.
Which will correct whatever no rightly needed for whatever vibration low or when we are feeling low or emotional, whatever it is. When we remember this, no, have that happiness quotient, automatically we will balance our life. And as you said, we need to maintain that meditation level also. That's so wonderful. And absolute mystic Patriji. When we hear about all this experience, it would be like, oh my God, now we are smiling. But in front of him, if you stand and don't know what to do,
Yes.
so
Yeah. He
you have
usually asks, says, you can ask now, right? If somebody is not talking much, he usually sometimes, gives chance. You can ask now. But I've seen a lot of people, they cannot ask anything because it's like once he says, you might have many things in your, you may have many things in your mind before coming to him, to meet him. But once you say, he says, you can ask anything now, but usually people used to get blank.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
he reads mind.
in 2020, he would come on Zoom and people could ask questions. I would be I would hold myself back because just then he would have yelled at somebody. I'm like, I don't know if my question is valid. I've never asked him any question. The entire year went by. The next year, even 2021, he was on the Zoom. I would be in the Zoom, but I would never ask any questions because I don't know what was going to make him angry.
Right, right, right. Fun times.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. Sorry to cut you off, Lakshmi. Were you saying something?
Yeah, nothing. Just that when he is in Zoom, so all he will say, yes, Baba,
Mm.
thing, yes, Baba, with a smile. And if he notices that someone is eating non-veg, or he understands, right? He would gently pass that question to someone else. He wouldn't answer.
Oh,
Mm.
oh, wow. Wow.
It's so nice. And especially your roommate experience.
I know.
There were some crazy conversations happened. Yeah, he said his guru Sadananda Yogi met a mermaid, real mermaid, once.
Oh, there are mermaids?
Yeah, he said that his guru shared that experience with Sadananda Yogi, shared that experience with Patriji, that his guru saw a mermaid once, very advanced being. That's what he said. And Sadananda Yogi met Gandhiji when he was like very small, little. Yeah.
Wow.
He was saying at the end when he met, Patriji met Sadananda Yogi, he was like giving all these experience, and he said, Gatti Pindam, that Gandhi was Gatti Pindam, means, strong, determined
Mm.
fellow. He used to say that Sadananda Yogi used to sit in a cave and meditate for 50, 60 years and straight, and then come out once in a while, and then go out to the world, and then again come back somewhere, go back somewhere and meditate for years and years, and then go out. Something like, it's like just a, I asked him, how small, it's like 50, 60 years just sitting in meditation and coming out and going somewhere. It's like a small pause between their meditations, right? For 50, 60 years, I said. Then he's like, yeah, it's like, closing your eyes and opening. It's like just just a small blink for them,
Yeah.
those years.
Was Satananda Yogi married? No?
No, 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 it was not. Yep.
Masters, any other questions? Can we end the session? I think there are no
One
questions.
question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's, maybe I don't know. I got when I sit in the meditation, that question is keeps coming up to me. For example, we heard about the seven bodies, right? We have that, and masters says like if any ailment or health problem arises first. Sorry, let me increase my sound. Yeah. If any health problem arises, they say the problem starts first in the energy body, then it shows up in the physical body, right?
Yes.
And what if, like, if the physical body met with an accident,
Mm-hmm.
if it get hurt, and does it affects energy body back? Does it disturbs the energy body in any way?
So this is what the formula I understood. How how people die, right? When your energy body is very vibrant, you're very healthy. Your energy body is getting feeble, which means you're getting old and your life energies are getting slowly diminished, right? When you met with an accident, right, your physical body is disturbed, your energy body is there, your etheric body, all those bodies are stable. So when a person gets deceased, right, their physical body just deceased because he or she met an with an unnatural cause, not by age, right, they got deceased. So sudden death because of accident, because with any age related or disease related or anything, energy gets slowly diminished, and your etheric body slowly gets diminished, and your it affects your physical body, and then that person leaves. But when any accident happens, just your energy body gets shaken, or it gets hurt, or it gets diminished, or it's, you leave your body, but your etheric body will be still present for some time, and then it will be that will also diminish, because your etheric body or your energy body will need your physical body to sustain on this physical planet. That's what the formula is.
But like not to that extent. Like for example, if you met with an accident, something happened to your physical body, you need to take rest for some time. In the on the bed, like sometimes some people get some shoulder damage or ribs. Something happens, right?
Because of accident, yes.
At that time, like, does it create any disturbance, like in the energy body?
I think that
Does it
comes from the
affects?
causal body where karma, all the karma comes, right? So once you mend your energy body more and more, that means you cleanse it flows through all these bodies. Once you mend your energy body more and more, your physical body heals. Hello?
Yeah.
So any unnatural causes or all these accidents or anything, they're all karmic. It comes from the causal body. So they all get manifested from causal body, and of course, disease or anything is karmic. But sudden accidents or anything, they're all karmic matches. They're trying to match that karma level. So when that happens, to heal, it's just a simple energy equation again. You start meditating more and more, the frequency goes up and up, vibration goes up, and your body gets healed. I think that's what his name, what is it, you are the placebo.
Joe Dispenza.
Joe Dispenza teaches, because he got into an accident and his whole body got crushed, right? So he took all that positive affirmation and meditation, he increased the vibration just with pure affirmations, and then his body got healed naturally. I think we are good with questions, right?
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for joining. We'll all meet again tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Thank you, Santhosh. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all. Good night.